Okay, sa liwat, good morning. Praise the Lord. Daliyawan din ang Ginoo sa sing patunga daw sa liwat. Padayon kita na magpangalaga sa iya. So now please turn your Bible to the book of Exodus chapter 20. Exodus chapter 20 verses 1 to 17. Allow me to read again from the portion of the scripture in chapter 20 verse 1 to 17. And God spoke all these words, I am the Lord your God who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself an idol in the form of anything in heaven above, or on the earth beneath, or in the waters below. You shall not bow down to them or worship them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, punishing the children for the sin of the fathers to the third and fourth generation of those who hate me, but showing love to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandments. You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God, for the Lord your God will not hold anyone guiltless who misuses his name. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work. But the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work, neither you nor your son or daughter, or your manservant or maidservant, nor your animals, nor the alien within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea and all that is in them, but he rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. Honor your father and your mother, so that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you. You shall not murder, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not give false testimony against your neighbor, you shall not covet your neighbor's house, you shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or his manservant or maidservant, his ox or donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor. Let us pray. Dear God, padayon din kami nga nagapaubos sa imong presensya sa sininganan. Upod sini ang pagpangabay nga tagaan mo kami sa langit nun nga pag-intindi. Agod amon ini maintindihan ang minsay nga amon sukumpon. Salamat kayo kay Opdi kami Pilipino o i-bless ang tanan-tanan ng palati or even ang nag-view sa sinyang message mo. Sa ngalan ng Jesus' name. Again, good morning. Sa bilog ng simana, I know some of you nagabatyag sa kakapoy, nagapanghakoy tungkol sa mga obligasyon, halin sa trabaho, pakadto sa obra. And because of that, some of us nagamormor kita tungkol sa kasakop kag mga hindi kuton. Nga ang tinaga naton hindi mabayaan. But I would like to present the 10 or the commandments, the second commandments for the Ulcer Club. Commandments of the Ulcer Club. Ano ini sila? So those people na belong sa Ulcer Club, hamunin nila mga kabuhi. Your number 1, your job comes first and forget everything else. Ara sa ilang mind, obra. So they forget everything. Number 2, the commandments number 2 of the Ulcer Club, Sundays and holidays are fine times to be working at the office. There won't be anyone to bother you. How many of you nga adin sa trabaho Monday to Friday and then Saturday and Sunday balik yapon sa opisina? Mabalik sa opisina because para sa ila dito manamit mag-obra kag wala sa may mag-disturbo sa ila. Number 3, never say no to a request. Always say yes. How many of you may ama mo sining katagway? Wala nagasiling no, but always say yes. Number 4, Accept all invitations to meetings, events, committees, etc. Tanan-tanan invitation, wala sa reklamo. Number 5, all form of recreation are a waste of time. Those people belongs to the ulcer club. Ang recreation is only a waste of time. So why not na tayo nga maglagaw? Why not na tayo nga mag-enjoy? Why not na tayo nga magpupun sa inyong pamilya nga maglagaw sa mga lugar nga ma-refresh sila? And number 6, never delegate responsibility to others, but carry the entire load for yourself. Tanan-tanan, kaya ko ni, ako lang. And the last one, no matter how many jobs you already are doing, remember you can always take on more. But today, based on the book of Exodus chapter 20, here is the antidote. Bulong sa isa ka klase sa kabuhi nga masako. Kag today, dumdumo naton nga Ginoo nag-require ka nag-expect sa aton kung ano ka-importante matinion nga ma-spare naton for the Lord. So now let's go back now to our text found in the book of Exodus chapter 20, starting verse 8 up to verse 10. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. Again, church. The 10 Commandments was not given to the unbelievers. It was not given when the Hebrew people was still in Egypt. The 10 Commandments were given to the believers or to the Hebrew people after nga na-set free sila o nakagwa sila sa duta nga diin ulipon sila. It is one thing to get out from Egypt, but it is another thing how to be free and to live that freedom tapos nga nakagwa sila. So nag-enjoy sila kabuhi for 40 years ayan sa wilderness, but take note, it is another thing nga mag-stay sila sa promised land kag ining 10 commandments na in rules and regulations nga dapat nila sundon. Now that is very important. So remember that the 10 commandments, the first 4 commandments focus on our worship to the Lord. So it's in verse 1. God spoke, yan naman pala there in verse 1, I am the Lord your God who brought you out of Egypt from the land of slavery. So the first thing that he considers on God, that there is no other God besides me. That is worship. Do not make anything, do not make any gods in the form of anything under heaven like man, or whatsoever form that you describe. That is worship. Do not misuse the name of the Lord your God. That is also part of worship. And the fourth one, which is important na maintindihan natin, hindi kita manging bias, but let us open our minds regarding the issue of Sabbath. Because nowadays, madamo sa mga tao na nag-inaway kag nag-debate. So let's start not only to the explanation of different authors, but let's go back to the explanation of God based on the scripture. Amo ning tun-an naton, intindiyon naton why we observe the Sabbath and what is Sabbath. God's grace calls us to set apart a day from our weekly activities to rest. By the way, our reflection or message, observe the Sabbath. Observe the Sabbath. The word Sabbath derives from the Hebrew word or meaning rest. Rest. To cease or desist. In other words, to stop doing something. To stop doing something. Or stop working. That's the word Sabbath. The scripture lays down a principle. One day of the seven is to be different. Why? Because God Himself set the example. And take note, church. Let's focus in Genesis chapter 2, verse 2. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 2, you will not find Sabbath in creation account. Wala. By the seventh day, God had finished the work. Wala kada ang word nga Sabbath. By the seventh day, God had finished the work He had been doing. So on the seventh day, He rested from all His works. How about verse 3? Okay, verse 3. And God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it He rested from all the work of creating that He had done. In other words, never in the creation account He mentioned ang Sabbath. But it occurred the word rest. Because the meaning of Sabbath is rest. Rest, stop working. Do not work anything. So, dito luto natin subong, intindiyon natin, because malamang nga nilinawan sini nga portion sa ginatuwag Sabbath. The work of creation had occupied 6 days, and on the seventh day, God rested, ceased from His labor. Now, when is the Sabbath day? That's the question. San o? Now, let's go back now in our text, verse 8 and verse 9. Verse 8 and verse 9, according to Exodus 20. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. In verse 8, observation number 1. This is a command to remember. Verse 9. Ano descriptions of verse 9? 6 days you shall labor and do all your work. Now, God is not against work. That is observation number 2. Work is a gift, not a curse. Not a curse. So, I hope na maintindihan natin. Let's proceed again. Verse 10. But the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it, take note, church, on it you shall not do any work. Any work. Wala ka ganyan work na obra ko. You shall not do any work. So, kung paano natin i-define ang word, anything nga nag-exert ikaw sa effort, even thinking something, you are working. Magdigamo ka man, magwa ka man sa tubig, maligo ka man, basta nag-exert sa effort sa lawas mo, that is work. But God said, any work, you shall not work. Because that's the word Sabbath, observant in the scripture. Now, so tanawin natin din ang description sa Bible in verse 10. When is the Sabbath day? Church, listen. The Bible tells us you work for 6 days. You work for 6 days. But the seventh day, whatever is your seventh day, is your Sabbath. Intindihan nyo? It is not Friday, it is not Sunday, it is not Monday, it is not Sunday or any day, yan ina-mention natin. But the biblical principle, the Bible tells us you work for 6 days. Depende kung di na ma-start ang 6 days mo or ang first day mo. But say to it that the seventh day, whatever it is your seventh day, is Sabbath. The principle is the 7-day cycle. It does not say the 7th day of the week. in Middle East. Like for example, in Saudi Arabia, their Sabbath is Saturday or Friday. In Qatar, they worship on Friday. In Israel, their Sabbath is Saturday. We are in the Philippines. Saan ako nag-start ang work? Anybody may mga office? May mga opisina? Monday, right? That is the legal Monday in our nation. Monday, starting Monday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That is only 5 days. Pagka Saturday, that is belong to 6 days. In our country, in our nation, even if we open our calendar, na markahan red ang Sunday, because in our nation, Sunday considered as the holiday, no work for the people nga yara sa government employee. But unfortunately, whatever is your 7th day, it is not Sunday, it is not Monday, it is not Friday, it is not Saturday. Ang biblical principles work 6 days. Kung ang imo work nag-start Martes, what is your 7th day? Martes or Monday. Because ako na nabasa sa Bible, never na nag-mention Bible Monday. Mangimatay ka sa Monday, madibati ka sa Monday, madibati ka sa Friday, madibati ka sa Saturday, madibati ka sa Sunday. That is foolishness. Ang biblical principle, you have to work 6 days. Kung saan mo yan nag-start ang work mo, yung concept 6 days. And on that 7th day is your day for the Lord. That's why in Saudi Arabia, they worship Friday. In Qatar, they worship Friday. Why? Because their nation, their law mandated that their time for rest is not any day except Friday. Whenever is your 7th day, that is your day for the Lord. So, unfortunately, the principle is the 7th day cycle. It does not say 7th day of the week. It does not say it is Saturday. It says on 6 days you are to work. Oto dangit. Nag-obra diri kita sa Pilipinas na obra tayo recorded yung obra sa tao nga naga-employ sa government Monday. So Monday to Saturday 6 days. Pero depende ang pwedra, depende sa oras mo. Depende sa matinion mo. Amo na ka-importante sa pulong sa Ginoo. No, so ayon nga naintindihan natin diri ang mga bagay kaya ang mga reminders sa tumanan natin. So again, if you are in the Middle East, it's gonna be Friday. If you are in Israel, Saturday. If you are in the Philippines, it is Sunday. If Sunday is your work day, then move to the another day. The principle is 6 days you are to work, but on the 7th day is your Sabbath for the Lord. No, ayaw na naintindihan nato na because madamo mga tao nga nagapakig-away kag nagatinguha ng mga away because of the day sa day. But whenever it is your 7th day, that is your day of rest. Now, let's focus now in verse 11. What is in verse 11? For the 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea and all that is in them, but He rested on the 7th day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. Again, church, depending by your conscience, by your decision, depende kung ano nga adlaw ang imo gindesign nga ikapito nga adlaw. it is your own choice. So that's why you made a choice to worship God. So, another thing, let's look the reasons to observe the Sabbath. What are the 3 reasons why we need to observe the Sabbath? Okay, verse 11. For in 6 days, this is 6 literal days. 6 literal days. The Lord made the heavens and the earth. Wala ka may mga theory. No? Mga Big Bang Theory. Ano pa na mga theory ang kalibutan na tumaman million of years. Yes, if your God is small, ang matabong million of years. But my God is big. He is big and awesome. That's why He created the world only 6 days. Because He is mighty, He is powerful, and every word He uttered. So the blessing is, ara, nagkataon. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea and all that is in them, but He rested on the 7th day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. Take your church. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth. So the reasons why we observe the Sabbath, every time we gather to worship, God wants us to know that He is the Creator. So every time you reflect, every time nga mag-meditate ikaw, God wants to impress in our minds and in our hearts that there is the one who is greater than any other creatures in this world, because there is the one who is called the Creator. So that's why for in 6 days, God is our Creator who created everything. The first reason why we observe the Sabbath day, because it is connected with creation. And God wants you to know that there is a Creator. You need to understand that when you worship God on Sunday, God wants you to know there is a God who made the heavens and the earth. So that's why you should remember that there is God. And God is so powerful, that God is so big. Remember kung paano sa God in-create ang sari-sari niya variety sa bulag sa kalibutan. Remember kung paano sa God in-create that each one of us unique. We are not the same. Even ang kapit. So muna kagamhanan sa Diyos. Remember, nga kung tanawin natin ang kagamhanan sa Diyos sa pag-create sa mga galaxy. And even ang Milky Way or the nearest galaxy sa atong kalibutan, the nearest galaxy according to the science known as Andromeda Galaxy. And this Andromeda Galaxy, based on the science explanation, over 1 trillion stars. 2 million light years to travel across. Why naman ang may makadapot dito? Nga tao. So we must realize that we have an amazing God. So the question is your God big or small? If your God is big, your problem is small. But if your problem is big, then your God is small. See to it that your God is a big God who created the galaxy, who created the universe, who created the trillions of stars in heavens. And He called them by name, one by one. Ang unang din-create ng God. So that's why when we observe Sabbath day for the Lord, God wants us to know that He is the Creator of everything na nag-exist sa kalibutan. So muna, ka-importante nga tulugon natin ang dinadescribe sa Bible. So we must realize, because God is a great or a big God. No? God knows what is best for you. 6 days you work, and on the 7th day, rest. Ang kinakasubok ka kung isa, may mga tao na nagapati sa sina na mga believe Saturday and they condemn that those who worship on Sunday will be someday markahan sa heart of the beast. That is wrong. That is false theology based on the notion of their minds, not on the biblical teaching based on the scripture. So that's why it's focused now again in Deuteronomy chapter 5, 12 to 13. Deuteronomy chapter 5, 12 to 13. Observe the Sabbath day by keeping it holy as the Lord your God has commanded you. 6 days you shall labor and do all your works. 6 days. 6 days. Once you observe your Sabbath is Saturday and then you are working Monday, kulang na. Working days pa lang na. Work is a gift and not a curse. And that is very important because even in the United States of America, according to the U.S. statistics in America, 80% of Americans are very disappointed with their work. Why? Because they consider their work as a curse, not a blessing, but work just to bless others. How about the command of Paul in the book of 1 Thessalonians 4:11? Ano nga pa dira? 1 Thessalonians 4:11. Sabi ni Apostle Paul, make it your ambition to lead a quiet life, to mind your own business and to work with your hands, just as we told you. So encourage your children to work, not to receive dole-out support. Todo yung bata mo manrapo, manghugas, magtinguha, magkabuhi, na makasurvive. But the real problem nowadays, we pampered our children to their gadgets. Ang mga balay, ang mga kusina, ang mga puluyan, wala sa limusan. So they receive a dole-out support rather than na mag-work sila. How about in the teaching of Paul in the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 verse 10? Ano nga ba ni Paul? 2 Thessalonians 3:10. For even when we were with you, we give you this rule. If a man will not work, he shall not eat. In other words, work is a gift, not a curse. Pwede lang, kung ikaw paralyzed, gina-wheelchair ikaw, hindi ka na able nga maka-work. Pero kung ang obra mo lang niya, maghigda kag magkamang sa cellphone nimo, the biblical principle, mothers follow this principle. Any man will not work, he shall not eat. That is not sin. Kung inang mga tao sa imubalay, wala sa may ginahimo tamaran. Because that is in the Bible. Yung matamad, hindi papakauna. Dapat sila mag-work. Because ang Ginoo mismo, He created the world. He worked for 6 days to create the universe, the heavens, and the earth. So that's why dapat naintindihan natin niya every time we gather to worship on Sunday as our Sabbath day. Remember your Creator, that God who created everything. And the second thing is not only to remember the Creator, but to remember God, our Redeemer. To remember God, our Redeemer. So take note in England, sa England, there was a study sa pagka-importante sa natag natin rest day. So in England, the donkey will work every day. It can only walk with a full load 15 miles per day. Ngayon, sige-sige wala untag. Adlaw-adlaw, 15 miles per day. Ang donkey nga loaded siya. But sa ilang gintunan nga ang donkey dapat pagkakapito nga adlaw papawayon. The donkey, sining sa study, if the donkey will rest 1 day a week, it can walk for 30 miles per day, maximum load up to 6 days. Tingko ikaw teacher, ikaw mathematician, ikaw na lang naisip. Kung paobraw mo ang donkey sa England, 7 day, 7 ka adlaw without rest, 15 miles na. Pero kung papunta mo siya, 1 day every 7 day, pawayon mo siya, 30 miles ang malakad niya. Now church, whatever your 7th day, That is very important. Kung ano na ang ikapito mong adlaw, amo na ang pinaka-importante nga adlaw nga matibigay mo. Kag maka-remember to remember God as our Creator. Okay, let's go back now in Deuteronomy chapter 5, 14 and 15. Deuteronomy chapter 5, 14 and 15. But the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work. No? So, sa nagatuman, ka nagapraktis na, you shall not do any work. Neither you, nor your son, daughter, nor your servant, your ox, donkey, or any of the animals, nor the aliens within you or gate, so that your manservant and servant may rest as you do. Bisan sapat, di napapahuway. Sapat, di napapahuway. So that's why to remember that once upon a time, you were a slave. It is a celebration of what God has done, that God is not only our Creator, but God is our Redeemer. He saves us, He saves you and me. He saves us from the power of sin. He saves us from the power or the tyranny of Satan. So that's why every time you enter the sanctuary to worship God, remember this day to remember God, your Creator, and to remember God, your Redeemer. How about in the book of Exodus 31, verse 13? 31, verse 13. Exodus 31, 13. And I have filled him with us. Okay, 31, 13. Say to the Israelites, you must observe my Sabbath. This will be a sign between me and you for generations to come, so you may know that I am the Lord who makes you holy. I am the Lord who is your sanctifier. Now the word holy or sanctified, to be separated, to be dedicated for special purpose. In other words, we as Christians remember that every time we worship God in this church, God wants us to remember that thousands are among the people in this world. God separated you for His own. God separated or sanctified you for His own. So every time you worship God, and remember that He is your Creator, and remember that He is your Redeemer, and remember that He is your sanctifier. He made you holy, separated for Him and for Him alone. That's why today, my encouragement is observe the Sabbath day. Depende kung ano maadlaw, but we as Christians remember the biblical principles. Again, work 6 days. Kung diin magsugod ang 6th day mo, then ang ikapito na for the Lord. Kung nagsugod ang obra mo sa liwat, Lunes, Domingo ang rest day mo. So that's very important. Nga maintindihan natin ang Bible nga nagahambal. It is not the weekdays, but the cycle of 7 days. That is very important. Church, next Sunday, we will continue to discuss the command for those people who observe the Sabbath, the restriction, mga bagay nga sila sa Diyos, hindi. That is very important. Nga aton ina sila maintindihan. But for today, the command and the challenge is, remember the Lord. Remember the time known as your day for the Lord. But remember, church, God makes you holy, and you need to learn how to live holy. Kung ano man ang mga bagay na ginapanungdong sa Diyos, that is very important. Again, as I close the message, why do you observe the Sabbath? The Bible says, observe the Sabbath. Why? Because every time we worship God, God wants us to know, to remember Him, to remember that He is the Creator, to remember that He is your Redeemer, and to remember that He is the one who sanctifies you for His own glory. Dear God, salamat sa message, salamat sa mga reminders, reflection na nag-aamon sa sinan. Salamat na ikaw patay na nagabuling sa amon, ka nag-encourage sa amon. Salamat. Nagay kami sa dugang pagkamuki, puso kabakot, agod na scrutinize na on Lord ang biblical na legalistic na aspect sa pag-observe sa Sabbath. But we, as Filipino, niyaari sa siya nation, Lord, we observe every Sunday because we start to work every Monday. And the Bible, the biblical principles, you have to work 6 days. So dear God, continue to bless this congregation, continue to bless these people. Ang importante is gawin naman, Lord, that we focus only on God. We focus only to the one who created everything out of nothing. What is important is to focus and to worship our God, our Creator, our Redeemer, and our Sanctifier. Lord, salamat sa nga aga. Salamat sa iyong patutog. Salamat na ikaw wala nagpabaya sa amin. Salamat din. Kaya pagdayaw among ginabalik sa naman ng Jesus. Amen. Thank you very much and God bless.
So we give Pastor for teaching and sharing those messages. So this time, 2 Corinthians chapter 9,